Um, Hello, friends. My name is Angelo Achuil. Um, I'm speaking in my room in Juba, in South Sudan. I think today I just want to answer the question why a lot of people have said, "You have the papers. Why do you leave America? Why don't you want to stay in America? Why do you come back here?" Okay, because America is a great place, and it's true. I can say that America. When we see the funny thing that America is not just USA. America is like Canada and USA and other countries, Greenland and all that. But usually when people say America, they mean the United States of America. So today I just want to answer the question people keep asking me, why did you come back? And you leave that great place and you come back to this place where there is poverty and war and all that. So I just want to answer that today. Three things. There were three reasons. The first one was the issue of identity crisis. Um, it may not apply to everyone, but to me. I've lived in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've lived in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. I have lived in Bering Spring, Michigan. I have lived in Columbus, Indiana. Total of 7 years. So I have a little story of staying in the United States. So United States is great because mostly because it has the laws work there. The law enforcement work. If you go to court, you don't worry about whether your court will be misconstrued and so most of the time, you can know that your right you will get if you go to court. So that's a good thing, and there's a country that works. You are not afraid of the police like in Africa we do. So it's a good thing about the USA. The education works. Okay, it's not like you go to school and you wonder whether teachers will come. The teachers comes. So there are many things: the road, the food, all that. It's good thing about America. But why did I leave? That's what I want to talk about. Number one is because of identity. It was very hard for me to say to be myself and to appreciate the kind of person God created me to be in America. It was hard. 7 years and I could not get used to it. Okay, so I think it is hard for a lot of black people, but for me it was hard. So I felt like uh, my identity or the color of my skin is always like a issue or a daily issue. So how can you be happy in a place like that? It was hard. So I said that I did my three years of high school and I did my 4 years of college and then I get out. I say this place belong to other people but not me. There I had my American mother there. She really loved me and I really love her. I have a American uncle, people who help me really just like my own parents. So I love them. But I say in my heart I have to go back. I have to go back to Sudan. I have to go back to Africa, where the issue I wake up and I don't have to remember that I'm a black person. Why did the issue of being black was the issue? I don't know. I don't understand. There are many, you maybe you can do your own research, but to me, it was not easy to be there and be myself. Okay. At least here, I wake up and I don't have to call into question whether being black is bad or good. No. And even when I was in America, I don't think like being white was, it looked like a privilege, but inside my mind, it is not like it is better than black people. Not really. It's just like there are certain things the white people are better than me, okay? And there are certain things I am better than the white people. So the color was really, it doesn't make me feel any less important. It's just the action that make people feel less important. But inside the mind, not exactly, because I have stayed with them. I've go to high school with them. I go to college with them. I know their weaknesses. They have seen my weaknesses. So there was no hiding it. Some of them were worse than I am. Some, and I'm worse than some of them. So it's just like any car. It's not like a black car is better than a white car or a white car is better than the black car because of the color. No, it is the engine inside them that make the car more important than the other. Okay, does the brand work? Yeah, because this is the politics of the brand. So anyway, so I would say that was number one issue of your identity being an issue of a question every day. That was hard. I couldn't get used to it. So I say maybe it's good as I go back and live in Africa. The second one I think it was issue of my marriage. Even after I married, people say, "Why don't you go and live in America?" Because I feel like the rate of divorce was very high, so I was afraid. I say, if I stay here, um, I bring my wife to America and I stay there, and I hear these neighbors have divorced, the other neighbor is divorcing this week, the other one is divorcing next week. Hey, I'm afraid that will also come to my house and I will also divorce because I'm not any better than any American. But it's just because I feel like if I stay there, I will divorce. Okay? What happened around you, even if it look very awkward and a taboo, soon you will get used to it and then you end up doing it. If you walk with people uh, that do certain things that you don't want to do, soon you might end up doing it without you knowing. So I was afraid that I might also divorce if I stay there too long. It doesn't mean I don't visit. I visit. Oh, I love to visit. Okay. And I would say United States is a great place to study. But to live there for me, it was not. It doesn't belong to me. It was not my thing. The other point is the the degree of my usefulness to the society. I feel like in Africa, the degree of my usefulness to the people here is way much better uh, to than my degree of usefulness in the United States. Okay, I feel like in the United States, my presence was being tolerated, but here I feel like my presence is appreciated, and there's a big difference between the two. Okay, it influences your happiness and your acceptance and your desire to live longer than where you feel like you are just being tolerated like a fly. Okay, it's just it, it is it is hard. So I feel like I was needed in Sudan more than the American need me. The Sudanese needed me more to help them because I can teach, I can sing, I create a lot of songs, especially spiritual songs in the church. I like composing songs, and they are in the dialect, some in English, and nobody's, you know, if I can say, make me feel like I'm not useful to the society. So I feel like my usefulness in Africa was much better than my usefulness in America. Okay, I feel like in America people just tolerate me just to be there. Do I feel accepted by my American family? Yes, yes, I can say that with 100%, and thank God for that. But am I more useful to them? Okay, then they are useful to me now. I feel like people are more useful to me in America than I'm useful to them, and that doesn't bring a lot of blessing. I want to be more useful, if possible, more than people are useful to me. I want to be a blessing to them than just people always being a blessing to me. So those were the three things. Issue of color, always being a debate every day, so that you don't even forget that you are white or you forget that you are black. I just want here I wake up and I don't even have to wonder. I don't even remember. Now I just have to remember how it is a daily stress. But here you walk around, everybody's black anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay, it's not a question. The question here is now there are war, there are issues of corruption, there are issues of behavior. That's what we have to handle with, but not a color. Which color you are today, and are you really good? Are you no, 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 no. So the first thing, the issue of identity or color issue, the issue of what is it? My fear of marriage, or what do you call, not fear of marriage, fear of divorce in marriage, and then the third one, issue of my usefulness to society. So those were the reason I chose to come back to Africa, and I feel much happier here now. There is conflict in South Sudan, but I'm still happy to be here because I would rather be live in war, okay, but not than in a place where every day my identity is a problem, okay, because the Bible says that I am fearfully and wonderfully made by God. So who is this to come and say you are not beautiful, that you are less important than me? No, 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 no. I don't want to hear that. Okay. So I would say I would rather be in a place where there is necessity and poverty and deprivation than where there's a lot of food but you cannot enjoy it. Anyway, do I hate America? No, I love America, and they have been a blessing to me. They have helped me. Okay, and I want to be a blessing to American as much as possible. I pray for them right now. There is during coronavirus pandemic, I do pray for them that God help President Trump so that America is a great country that has helped a lot of people. United States, for example, have a lot of all the UN operation in the world. Without the United States, probably a lot of people would have died and continue to die. So I love United States of America. But do I have to live there all my life? Not really so. I can choose to visit, go there, and come back to where I feel home. God bless you. So those are the reasons.